This college basketball picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. It's a little disturbing how often I get positive feedback when we do a morning show.
Really?
I don't know.
What's disturbing?
I don't know if I like it.
Why?
People seem to like the morning hour because they can catch the show.
Well,
live.
yes. But then
we're doing the show in the morning hour, which suboptimal for me.
Yeah, and then the people like watching the live show are morning people, but the people who are night people miss out on the live show. So
I feel like the morning people are the podcast crowd anyway. Right? Wake up, take the dogs for a walk,
fire up the podcast. Hey, we're here talking college basketball picks with Colby Dant from the College Experience. Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby? What are you
good morning?
Just enjoying a spot of tea there. What are you sipping on, Colby?
Ginger, just a bunch of ginger.
Hold on, Colby, take another sip real quick. Take another quick sip. I'm gonna go wide on you.
Mm.
Just keep talking. I gotta take this off.
Enjoying that delicious tea, Colby. What's that?
What's
that? You're playing through the pain. It sounds like.
I am sick, dude. When you have, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just I appreciate you going away from my stupid face, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. White tiger, maybe that, or maybe the fact when you go to a little kid's playground, there's just snot everywhere and shit. I don't know, but I'm sick. But we play through. We're not opting out like Notre Dame. We're not opting out like Notre Dame.
Unlike Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Oh man, I loved all the AI generated opt out like a champion, quit like a champ. All those like signs of them tapping the thing and not.
Have you seen the latest reports?
What are the latest reports?
Well, it sounds like the AD might have just made this decision on his own without even talking to head coach Marcus Freeman.
Well, now according to the reports I read, it sounded like the players voted to opt out. It sounded like the coach Marcus Freeman was out on it.
I'm being dead serious. I'm not. I mean, Colby, you can maybe clear it up, but it sounds like the vote was not much of a vote, and it sounds like that the angriest person in the building is Notre Dame athletic director.
I mean, I haven't dug that deep into that. I know he doubled down on his stance the next day, and I know Jim Phillips from the ACC had said like, yeah, well, we're going to protect our own teams, which I'm on Team Phillips on that side of it. I did enjoy that the Notre Dame bookstore there on campus. So there's a new book coming out on Frank Leahy, the legendary Notre Dame legend. That's done by Ivan Maisel, and they canceled the signing and book release essentially because he was part of the playoff committee.
God, what soft whiny ass bitches. If you wanted to be in the playoff, beat Miami week 1. Yeah. You went on a nice 10-game winning streak. Unfortunately, you lost some games at the beginning of the season that ultimately kept you out of the playoff. What argument do they have? Like the other teams, BYU has a much stronger case to complain, and they're not complaining nearly as much as Notre Dame. It's insane.
And they're playing a bowl game too. But I think the biggest thing, man, out of all this is the amount of talking heads that all of a sudden are outraged that 2 group of 5 teams have a shot, saying these games shouldn't matter. I mean, pretty much everyone
Well, it's a
that I've
safety
seen.
issue, Colby. It's a safety issue to let
unbelievable.
JMU and Tulane in. But what?
And look,
where is the
fuck
safety
Bud
issue?
Elliott. Fuck
Wait,
Bud Elliott for that shit, dude.
Where is the safety issue in Alabama's playing their
the
FCS
Citadel
opponent?
Yeah.
What? Where's the
I
safety
don't wanna
issue
hear
then?
that. Was it a safety
what are
issue
you
when the team
Colby,
that played in the
imagine-
national championship lost to Northern Illinois last season as a
Colby,
28.5 point favorite?
Imagine like most of our audience maybe isn't on social media and has no idea what Bud Elliott has said.
Yeah, I've lost all respect for his college football
What did he say?
opinion.
What are you reacting
No,
to?
Yeah.
I would like I said, Bud Elliott said it was a safety issue to allow Tulane and JMU into the playoffs.
I was giving Colby an opportunity to expand on it, but he seems very irritated and angry.
I mean, all of his takes
the
right now
man.
are terrible, and you can see that he's bought and paid for now. Because I don't feel like he had this opinion a few years ago, but it's not only him; it's every other talking head, Danny Cannell, all these other ones. Obviously Feinbaum and Pate, and they're all just idiots. You know what I mean? Like, I they're probably nice people to hang out with, but as far as this take, how can you say that? How can you say that? And then Notre Dame, the team that played for the national championship, 28.5 point favorite, lost at home to a team that didn't even make the MAC championship last year. Doesn't make any sense. And then they're like, if that's the case, then SMU would be struggling in the ACC. Guess what? They've lost 2 games in 2 years in the ACC. And they went to the ACC championship in year 1 from the group of 5. And in year 2, they tied for the record of the team that won the ACC championship in conference. So idiots. If I don't understand why the powers are so against these smaller teams getting a shot. I don't get it. I just don't get
the
it.
spread.
Yeah.
I mean, the spread.
Who does he represent though? I guess that's the part
CBS. CBS is affiliated with their
Okay.
podcast. Yeah.
But are they even a big dog anymore in college football?
CBS?
Yeah.
I mean, they own the Big Ten. I mean,
Yeah.
them and Fox, own the Big
Okay.
Ten. So yeah.
All right.
No, I mean, it's the safety thing is hilarious. And the spread 17.5, which is certainly high, but look at some of these other college football games and spreads. Like I wouldn't have a problem of Notre Dame being in the playoff, expand it to 16 teams, put Notre Dame, BYU, Vandy in. I would have been fine with that.
And they're claiming blowouts. Every fucking game last year was a blowout. And those were all like Tennessee lost by like 40 to Ohio State. Texas rolled Clemson. What are you talking about? It doesn't matter. A blowout's a blowout, right? We might as well let the team that's deserving at 12-1 into the dance. It's just ridiculous.
Someone did
I
the
don't
work
understand
comparing the outcomes of last year's first round of the playoff to the spreads this year, pointing out that there were actually like the outcomes last year were worse than the spreads are this year, and it's an amazing. What I don't understand about, like, again, it's back to the Herb Street take I had on the last college show. I really don't like. So Bud Elliott, I'll use it as an example. He doesn't strike me as the kind of guy. Like, if I don't think he would be shilling someone else's take more than he's keenly aware to how social media works. And I like, to me,
You saying he's becoming Feinbaum?
I'm saying he's becoming a troll. He understands how to hit the. He
Fire up
understands
the callers.
Yeah, and I think you even saw it on. You've been a long time listener of Cover 3, which is one of the other college shows that is listenable, in my opinion. That's not Colby's show. And I've never heard Tom Fernelli lose his mind. Like, he's lost his mind on Bud Elliott a couple times as it regards to his takes on the college football playoff. So could this be a little tango of just looking to get more social media interaction? I think that's way more likely than he honestly believes that. Like, this is a guy that goes to recruiting. Yeah. Like, he understands how
there
dumb
could
his
be
take up.
There could be a threat on that. You know what I mean? I think this is pretty obvious now. Indiana's the 1 seed. They have no 5 stars, so their whole team is JMU.
And he would know that,
so,
right? And
But I'm
it's
saying
anyway.
maybe he wants to protect the blue bloods because of the recruiting. But I have no fucking idea. Or it's clickbait. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're right. I mean, he's a smart dude.
Or like
but,
you, Colby,
yeah.
you've learned that when you start chumming it up with these coaches, you're friends with them, and you don't want to say mean things. You want to be able to. You want to be invited back to the next time they break bread.
I'm anti going to these media days to a certain extent.
Press box food, and I'm at Notre Dame. I'm sure it's much nicer than JMU and Tulane.
Oh wow! I
mean,
don't know about that.
I
actually don't know about that.
I bet you Notre Dame puts out quite a spread. Look at this is how they get all these media people sticking up for them. The press box food rankings. Right?
I think they're also just Notre Dame. I mean, I was a kid in Jersey who grew up kind of a Notre Dame fan because there was no other option. And it just was, that was the way it was. It was like, for whatever reason, it was like, I have this memory of you either were the evil kids rooting for Florida State or you rooted for Notre Dame and you were rooting for the good guys. I just find it shocking that that you would consider yourself I mean, to Colby's point, if you're a fan of college sports, the greatest aspect of college sports, and I'll make a comparison to European soccer. The greatest thing that can happen is someone at the very bottom make their way up to the very top. I mean, why did that fucking TV show with Ryan Reynolds and the guy from Always Sunny do so well? Because they bought a team that was shit at the bottom and they're making their way to the fucking top. And that's college sports. And it's crazy to me that you can be someone who loves college sports and has a take that is so ridiculous. And that's why, like, some of these guys, I don't believe that it can possibly be their take. I can't believe that you're really. I mean, even we saw in the betting spectrum, a friend of the program, Jared Smith, who has, I would say, at minimum, very controversial. I would say again, someone else who's very keenly aware to how social media works, and you allow the algorithm to augment and affect your take. It's crazy.
No, I think
that was the nicest way I could possibly say that.
Jared's take was that he thought it was
he's
silly.
He's a nice guy, but yeah, I
just
disagree
in general.
Yeah.
If your take is reactionary to how the algorithm in the machine works, you are already being manipulated by the machine. You are a cyborg. And that, to me, that's the only.
That's a crazy take.
That's the only explanation. If you are being manipulated by machine or AI based inputs, aka you're being a slave to the algorithm.
What if he just honestly believed his take? I disagree with his take that JMU and Tulane shouldn't be in these Power Fives, but I certainly understand the argument for it.
Because I think Colby being the user, and Bud Elliott and Jared being the manipulators of social media, or the keen users of social media, that would be the best way to get a response. Or
they just honestly believe that Notre Dame is a better team than Tulane. Notre Dame is a better team than JMU, and they're making a case the best teams should be in. That winning your conference as a Power Five shouldn't mean more than being a better team. I understand that take. I disagree with it.
But I guess the reason it's a bad take and a lazy take is because you're exiting the world of actual reality. Well, in that it's like that.
No, but the committee is making some arbitrary calls on what teams are the best teams.
But
right?
It was never Notre Dame versus Tulane or Notre Dame versus JMU because the rules state that this is how it's going to go down, and because Notre Dame's not in a conference, they can never occupy one of the 5 AQ spots. And because it was a Notre Dame or Miami or BYU or whatever, that's the debate, not Tulane and JMU. It would be like having an argument that the winner of the Ivy League doesn't deserve it to be in March Madness because there's a better team. It's so far off the reservation.
I understand that take.
But it's also so far off the reservation, you expose yourself as someone who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
No, I think they honestly believe that. I don't think they're cyborgs that are trying to generate responses. Now, maybe
I think if you've listened to,
I don't know Bud Elliott's takes.
I would say I probably have a larger sample of listening to Bud Elliott's takes.
Yeah,
and I think, and by his own self admission, talking about it on the show, I think he's very keenly aware to how the algorithm works, and I think he wants to do well and get views. I think his takes have slowly, as Colby's pointed out, his takes have changed over time. And this is not a take you would have heard him say even three years ago. And so, yeah, I think there is a cyborg element. I also think there is a There's the content creator element of it. You know, that's
Well,
the
I was
same
going to
thing.
say, well, what if you think like you want to put the tinfoil hat on, put it on, Kramer, and it seems just every person that's on a mainstream feed, right, with like has a contract with the networks, is all shitting on Tulane and JMU in there. It almost seems like it was a controlled message to do this week.
Well, that
and
I'll agree with you. Well, that's just because most people don't have a brain. Most people just parrot and mimic things they hear other smart people say. I mean, I think there's a certain aspect to like some of the guys we already talked about. They're the ones that get the fire off the takes first, and then everything else, it goes into the machine. It gets cycled around, and then everyone kind of has the same take because it's an easy take. Like Sean said, you understand why saying, "Hey, the 5th best team in the SEC is better than Tulane. They shouldn't be in." Well, you should have thought about that when you made the rules such so they're going to get in. And I think at the end of the day, again, back to why college sports is great, because we get to see matchups like this where everyone thinks one team can't win and they win.
That was part of the argument. That was part of the argument. It was like, wouldn't you? No one remembers. Yeah. No one's going to remember Tennessee, Ohio State last year, right? Or even if it was, even if let's say Tulane gets blown out again, but the chance of it happening, if you were to ask the lay person, you said it a couple shows ago. You said you were at Big Wangs. You said you were at Big.
Better pray for his mentions. That one of these teams doesn't get upset because he's going to look horrible.
But Elliott also falls in the category of the guy who's like, well, the spread would be this, as a sharp,
I hate
better.
that.
Like,
yeah.
the spread will be, and that's the beauty of again, sports is that you have the probability of team A beating team B, and then you have the actual outcome. And as we know, the outcome doesn't always match the median or mean of a data sample. So it's both an intelligent argument you're trying to make from the mountaintops and bestow wisdom, but it's also really stupid to say out loud because it has nothing to do with the game.
You mentioned, I think it was on our last show, if not, it was the one before, where you were at for App State, Michigan, right?
Yeah,
where
exactly.
you were, right? Or Boise State, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
When you talk to college sports fans and they bring that's one of the first football games they would bring up over the past 20 years, right? There's not many Power 5 ones they would bring up. Maybe the kick 6, the Alabama game, but why wouldn't you want a chance at more of that? I don't understand why you don't want a chance at more of that.
I remember standing at a
kick 6 is one of the Power 5 ones.
Watching the game in the bar across the room and being like, "Oh my god!"
But there's not many. I bet you if you polled 1,000 people, I bet you what would be the most memorable college football games not involving their own school, right?
Colby, all right. So that you have an assignment.
Kick 6, Boise, Oklahoma, App State, Michigan would be the top 3. I feel
Colby,
very
you
confident
have a large
with that
audience.
statement.
I think we need a survey. You need to put a survey out to your audience.
Hey, let's talk college.
Yeah. Go.
All right, let's talk college basketball because we've been on a nice run here. Our consensus plays college basketball 23-11. Colby's hitting his lock 67%. I'm 41-29 overall. Kramer 42-28 overall. So let's keep it going with the college basketball. We missed on Michigan State, Duke, but other than that, it was a pretty.
I'm
good,
the only one who's had a
slate.
losing week.
Yeah. No, I have not been below 500. Colby's not been below 500, and the consensus place 3-3 was our worst. 5-1, 6-2, 3-3 week, 5-3, and then 4-2 last week. So
also worth noting, I was in Vegas and told a lot of people my Xavier hasn't lost to Cincinnati in a long time. Trend.
Sharp.
Boy, did that come in nicely.
Hey, let's get into the picks before we do. Of course, shout out to Kalshi. Looking to trade some college basketball. Hey, looking to trade. They had a bunch of different options open for college football. Who was going to get in? Who was going to miss? You can get in on anything. You can trade so much going on. Obviously, college football, pro football, even what will the announcers say during Atlanta during the Bucks Falcons game? Who will visit the White House before January? which brands will advertise during the big game, aka the Super Bowl. So many, and I'll click over on the CFB. Who will win the college championship? Obviously, is available, and tons of options. College basketball as well. Get started today. You can trade in all 50 states. New traders get $20 in their account when you use our promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, available in all 20 states with the promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Shout out to Rhythm, doing a nice job. College basketball just went live. Love using their data-backed takes here on college basketball. And of course, if you go with the premium option, you can get 25% off when you use the promo code SGPN25. They have games, they got picks, they got props. Here's a little total for you. Wisconsin at Nebraska over 158.5. Rhythm likes that. They got this at 162.7. Again, you can build your own models, or you can just tail the Rhythm plays. Use the promo code SGPN25. Get started today. Download the Rhythm app. RITHMM.
All right, so we have a loaded slate. I think, as Colby said, we can't not do Saturday. Scheduling issues this week. The college basketball show was on the fritz, and then Colby said, "No.
Too many winners.
We have to do a Saturday slate. It's too good." So we're doing. And I noticed there were some neutral site games in here too. So I can't wait to walk. Can't wait to walk in some of those landmines.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the playoff to worry about. So first one up, Arkansas, Texas Tech. This one's being played in Dallas, I think at the Mavericks Arena. 9 a.m. tip on the West Coast. These are I don't know if Colby blesses these, but these are my numbers. So you guys are going to get to see underneath my skirt this week. Texas Tech -1.
And look, they do a lot of these neutral site games to manipulate the numbers. They don't count as a home game, which, Ken Paul, buddy, your boy is terrible. All right.
What do you mean?
Let's continue. He has the top rated conference as the SEC. The SEC is 2-14 against the Big 12 this year. In basketball, what are we doing here? Like they're not even top 3.
Well, does it even matter?
Still
yet,
has
it's
them
early.
It still though just shows you how jaded why? What do you mean? Why would they even have them? They're getting their ass kicked in every fucking game.
I'm not gonna. I'm obviously a Ken Palm guy. He's a Hokie. That being said, I mean I'm not over there making the numbers, Colby.
So it sounds like saying, what are you doing here, Colby? You like Texas Tech, even in the semi-neutral?
Yeah, I was wondering what you think the crowd would be. You think this? We saw what it was in Dallas or Arlington for the football game. That was a big Texas Tech crowd, but I wonder if they were all traveling. So maybe you don't travel that far again. But I'll tell you this: out of the SEC teams that I've been impressed with, I will say Arkansas is one of the ones that I feel like has gotten a lot better. They play this is a rematch of a game in the NCAA tournament where Texas Tech won by 2 also last year. Give me the Razorbacks, a little upset special here.
Yeah, I think you got to take Arkansas. I mean, you look at if you're a free throw percentage honk like me, they're beating Texas Tech by 11%. They don't turn the ball over, play clean basketball. I think the fact it's on a semi-neutral helps them a little bit here. And Arkansas, it's like, yeah, they lost at Michigan State. They lost to Duke on the neutral. Other than that, they've played some pretty clean basketball. Nice win against Louisville at home. So yeah, I'll take the Razorbacks. Kramer, what do you do?
I think it's fair to say neutral. I wouldn't be surprised if Arkansas's campus is actually closer.
Oh, really?
Than Lubbock. I believe Lubbock's pretty far away from Dallas. Anyway, yeah, I mean, also worth noting, like Colby kind of talked about the football related handicap. I think there is an element to like fan fatigue with that kind of stuff, and all eyes on the football team right now. They just made a trip. I think this will be an Arkansas crowd. Give me Arkansas.
Woo pig suey. Lubbock is 5.5 hours drive to
how many miles?
How about Fayetteville?
346 miles.
Okay, 346. Fayetteville is 333. So it is closer.
True neutral. Yeah, you're right.
You got to watch out with these Dallas cities. The Dallas is
Texas is a huge state.
I mean, sorry, these Texas city. Well, especially because it has like the outcrops. There's like weird ways to like. What's that weird nugget about El Paso being closer to San Diego than?
I remember hearing this.
There's some nugget about El Paso
Yeah.
being closer to California than the other side of Texas. And so, yeah, we love to talk geography here. Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. This is a big time rivalry. This one's being played on a campus, right, Colby?
No, it's like that. You know, I got a good idea.
No.
You know, would be cool. It'd be really cool if you guys were in the same conference and you played each other every year.
Oh,
It was
no.
like this big
No,
rivalry.
don't
You
get
could-
'em
you
started.
could- you could call it Bedlam and it'd be crazy.
no.
You could have, you know, just fan bases having a ton of good times, and they're just it'd be heated. Instead, you know, you could play one in Norman, one in Stillwater. Instead, you're playing at Oklahoma City. What is this shit? But it is a good rivalry game. And let me tell you, man, OK State's flying under the radar, 9-0. Porter Moser in Oklahoma's been solid as well, at 6-3, and they've had some battle tested games where they were down big and bounced back and in the second half and ended up on the winning side of things. What'd you call this number out again?
1. Oklahoma State laying 1.
I tend to think it's gonna. If you haven't been to Oklahoma City, Norman is right there. It's like what, 20 minutes?
So you think they're
So-
gonna have the crowd?
It's gonna be a sooner crowd, I think. But I think State's just better than them this year.
Yeah.
So-
Oklahoma State has good defense, at least better than
Yeah.
certainly noticeably better than Oklahoma's defense. I'll take OK State in a close one.
Yeah, yeah.
Kramer,
I'll
what
take
do you know?
OK State as well.
Yeah, no, I debated if Oklahoma should be favored here. That being said, Oklahoma State, I mean, last I checked, they haven't lost a game yet. Obviously biggest test on the calendar also, but they have traveled. I know that it's not, super difficult to play a team like Northwestern or Grand Canyon, but they have at least left the building to challenge themselves a little bit. Meanwhile, when Oklahoma's left their building, it hasn't really gone all that well. Again, good tests, but
You know what I love is I was looking to see who is next for both schools if it was a look ahead spot, which normally wouldn't be in a rivalry game, but they both have the UMKC Kangaroos.
I was going to
deck.
say that's the other nugget. Is
Look
they,
out.
they both have an absolute no game next. So yeah, give me OK State.
Shout
Some
out
of
to
my
Joe.
bias in this number.
If you guys go, you got to hit Cattleman's. That is a legit steakhouse.
I
They
think
do stay good there.
I wonder if this number will end up being Oklahoma State as a dog, though. So keep an eye on that. 11 a.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, great. Another on-campus game between Cincinnati and Georgia. I got Georgia laying 8 here. Although I wonder if I'm a little short on this number. Colby, obviously this is being played in an NBA arena.
That is a disgusting
It's really,
act.
I'm with Colby.
Like
This is
Colby's
gross.
so angry.
Colby, what are we doing here with
Yeah,
my boy Blue
why
Cane?
play it in a
Because
NBA
you can
arena?
manipulate the numbers. This is what I'm saying. It's a new development. What's happening is this is happening more and more because the numbers are so key in March to get into the tournament. If it's not a home game, that the points, on the numbers are not. It doesn't look bad. It looks like you played a neutral site game.
So yeah, so you're basically what you're saying is that the risk of losing a home game
Yes.
is too great, and so they want to remove that risk by playing these neutral site games. What's the fix? Do we just have
The
to
fix is just stop putting that much weight into the numbers.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
So Georgia laying 8 here basically at home. We'll call this a semi-home game. I think that's probably what my guy Kempom is saying.
I'll take the points, even though like I am a little concerned. You saw someone in the chat reference this earlier. Fire Wes Miller. There you go, Joe. Joe in the chat. Shout out to Joe. Look, he's going to be fired. I mean, you lost at home to Eastern Michigan as a 24-point favorite, and then you're thinking, okay, well they did that. They did that. That was a really bad look. Maybe they'll get up and beat a down Xavier team. No. Xavier sticks it to him. He's a dead man walking. So I do wonder about the state of the locker room, but I just think it's too many points. I don't think Georgia's that much better than Cincinnati. And another thing is like Georgia's fan base, if it's on campus, okay, it can be lit. Are they really going to go to Atlanta for this?
I'm taking Georgia. I think this is I mean, brutal dream crusher game, losing to Xavier. Now you're going to go on the road against a much better Georgia team, a Georgia offense that can get out and run. I get Cincinnati's defense, but I don't see them showing up here on the road after that Xavier loss. So I'm taking Georgia laying the 8. Kramer, what are you doing? I assume you're taking Georgia.
I am not taking Georgia.
Really?
I'm with Colby.
Wow.
I think it's also just I mean, again, we're starting to have a little bit of a sample now, and I think Georgia's like the great part of Georgia's offense goes right into the teeth of Cincinnati's defense. And so if they can show up here, I think Colby's right. Too many points. Give me the dog. By the way, they lost the game against Xavier that they, of course, were going to lose because they've lost every one since 2001, as I tried to point out to you guys on the show last time.
And we got to order those blue canes. So when we get to Georgia, we just hold up our canes. But I don't know if the camera's going to be able to catch all of it.
That was great.
I told you guys that, right? At the game, like the whole crowd has blue canes. So every time you bust a shot, they start sticking their cane up in the air.
I feel like you shared a video with us. It was very excellent. We've been on to blue cane for a number of years, ever since he reminded me of Casper from Kids. All right, this one's going to be a difficult one to talk about. In Indianapolis, surely another nice home Saturday game for Butler as they take on Providence. Butler -6. Sean, if you could just all right, 30 minutes and 49 seconds. Thank you. Colby, Butler laying 6 here. Neutral site, right?
No.
Oh,
no,
it is a home game.
Actually at Henkel. This is actually at Henkel.
It's so confused. Oh, and I see that's right. Colby likes to advertise his favorite domes by commemorating them with images on the slides.
Hinkle logo.
YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. All right, Butler taking on Providence. 31 minutes and 16 seconds. Butler laying 6. What are we doing?
If you go to Indianapolis and you don't go to Henkel, you haven't gone to Indianapolis. All right. I mean, this is legendary. This is where not only they shot Hoosiers, that's where the actual game occurred that Hoosiers is based on. Providence.
I like
Butler,
the style of building. Also, I do enjoy the style, the field house style arena.
Oh yeah. The irony is, so when I went to Henkel, I actually sat next to Thad Matta, who went as a fan, and now he's the basketball coach of Butler. Yeah. And this is his best team now. I was surprised Boise got him the other night. But I look, I'm out on Providence. I thought the Kim English hire was lazy, and it's shown so far. I think Butler sticks it to him especially after dropping the last game at Henkel. I can't see them dropping 2 in a row. I think Butler rolls them. Lay it.
Yeah, I'm with you. Bounce back after losing to Boise State. They're going to be locked in for this trash team. Yeah, Butler laying the 6. Kramer, consensus? You always love a good favorite.
Well, I think we've also picked up a new trend on this program where we have enjoyed fading a certain program that will remain unnamed in subjective terms, only objectively saying their name and then bleeping it out. Butler, lay the 6. Discord, enjoy. Just be careful. A lot to bite. Anytime you take a bite of the unnamed school, you could always get some rotten oysters or something. Memphis taking on Louisville. Louisville -13, 12:30 tip here on the West Coast. Well, I believe it was the last episode where you, Colby, you tried to say that Indiana was a good pick over Louisville, and I explained that you were wrong because they're in love with football right now, and I was right. You were wrong. I'll accept your apology if you wish.
Oh, well, you got notified that I Benedict that game.
That's true. I did. I'm glad you're coming clean. There's a lot of people coming clean on the internet about wrongdoings, and I'm glad that you can be a big man and come forward and explain to us that you did Benedict. I did get notice from one Noah B that there was a Benedict in progress.
Well, sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes,
sometimes.
Sometimes you get intel, you get, and you realize
there was intel.
There was intel. There was also the fact that I had just woken up. So then I thought, we finished these college basketball experience shows at like 7 a.m, right? So you wake up and then it's like, oh, I hit record with you guys, and I was like, wait a second, I think about this a little longer. I don't think that was a good play. I don't think that
Just
was
say
a good
Ryan
play.
made
So
some good points. I was glad I was given an opportunity to jump in the shallow waters with him and learn a little bit
It's
about
like that
college
scene in Happy
basketball.
Gilmore. I was right. You were wrong. You are very
you're the
handsome.
best. I'm the
unattractive.
worst.
All right. As long as you're willing to admit that.
Colby, what are we doing here?
Well, you would think this is a Louisville jump back spot the way they got beat down, but and Memphis just stuck it to Baylor in Memphis there. But man, that's a big number. That's a really big number. I think I got to take Memphis in the points.
Yeah.
I'm asking you because this is another one that I wasn't sure if this number is a little out of hand here. So
No, this is.
you think the number is good?
Yeah, this number is good. But I
can tell you, Torvik has 13.9. Ken Pom has 13.
Yeah.
So I guess
I'm with Colby. I like Memphis here in the points. They showed up against Ole Miss earlier in the season covering. I'm assuming they're covering. They only lost by 6 there in that game. They're not someone I want to take as a favorite, but as a big dog, I think that's just way too many points. So
they've also, I mean, this also doesn't quite fit the first road game angle. As they did travel and lose to Mississippi. I don't know. I'm on Louisville. I'm on my guys.
I think Memphis Penny as a dog is pretty good. Like, cause his team's not lacking the talent. Like they're actually a talented team, probably way more talented than the record's been over his tenure. But when he's a big dog, I feel like even in March Madness, I feel like when they've gotten there, I remember they played Gonzaga really tough the year Gonzaga went, I think, to the Final Four. I think they could stay within that number. Louisville wins by 8 or 9 or something, but that's too many points.
They're gonna have to defend the 3-point line. Is Vanderbilt a big game for Memphis, Colby?
Vanderbilt's like the best team in the SEC right now.
No, but is that a big game for them, for Memphis?
Well, it's this year it should be.
Well, that's who they have next. Are we? Yeah. Is there a look ahead element to an in-state rival?
Maybe a little bit of that. But
okay.
I still think too many points.
Give me Louisville, please. Laying the points. 1 p.m. Nebraska, Illinois. Interesting that what are we doing here? We're heading to Big Ten country, Champaign. We're on campus. Illinois laying 10, Colby, and you drew from the Goatsy collection here with the Fighting Illini logo. I don't know what's going on with the Nebraska logo.
That's one of the best logos in all of college sports history is Illinois' logo.
The Nebraska logo looks like someone who maybe didn't have the best childhood. Maybe uncle. That I thought it
was Bryant Reeves, but then I remembered he went to Oklahoma State. I thought maybe they were just going for that. But guys, Fred Hoiberg, the mayor, he has Nebraska 9-0. Now they do play a game tonight against Wisconsin, but it's in Lincoln. I think they're a 1-point favorite the last time I checked. So
they have the longest win streak going into this Wednesday night game against Wisconsin, but we're talking about the Saturday game at Illinois.
Yeah. And that's Team Europe. So they're going up against Team Europe, who's red hot right now. So Nebraska has been a great story though. Getting Bryce Santfort, the brother of Peyton, and then they have the mayor's son. He went off last game too. Sam Hoiberg went off the other night for the Cornhuskers. They've been a fun story, but man, I have Nebraska tonight against Wisconsin, so I'm assuming they're going to be 10-0, longest win streak in the nation, going into Champaign with Team Europe just waiting for them.
Yeah, first road game. The spread's telling you everything you need to know. Illinois is going to crush them because I think, even if Nebraska loses, then I think it's a little bit of a letdown. If they win, it's a Gatorade dump, right? Like I think both situations with this win streak going into the Wednesday game, regardless of the outcome, I think it's going to be a tough road spot. So I like Illinois laying the big number. First road spot for Nebraska. I assume, Ryan, then that means you're on Illinois.
Yep. It did not go well for taking Purdue against Iowa State, just for the record. That was also their first road game.
I was on Iowa State, won outright.
Well, that was a good play. That was a good play, Green.
I am a consistent, there's certain trends I like to be consistent with, and first half unders, first road game, easy fade job here for the mayor. Love the mayor though. One of the greatest. If I was making a list of the greatest nicknames in NBA or college basketball history, the mayor has to be.
Really?
Has there ever been another mayor? Either, like that's the other thing. It feels like it's such a uniquely like Fred Hoiberg. You're never gonna have a guy just come in and be that kind of what they call him, a cold ass white boy with the comb over, looking the part.
He was nasty at Iowa State. He was nasty at Iowa State.
It's a great nickname, the mayor. I appreciate the nickname.
And he got the nickname after receiving several write-in votes during the 1993 Ames Iowa mayoral race.
Oh, that's even funnier. That
that's
stems
what it
out
came
of
from.
actual reality.
Yeah.
See, that's
I didn't know that. That's hilarious.
I mean, our country's at it. I mean, we're not that far off of
I
some
just
sort
like
of
that. They're like, yeah, find the guard from Iowa State, put him in.
It's like if Tiger Woods came along now, like peak Tiger, when everyone wanted Tiger just to dominate everyone, and he fucked around and tried to run for president, I feel like that would be close. I feel like we're close to where an athlete could legitimately run for presidential office. 2:30 p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Raleigh, back on campus, Kansas, NC State. Oh, well, Colby, I'm assuming you're going to let your bias creep in here and fade the pussy pack, but give us a handicap here. Kansas -1 was my best guess.
Oh, I mean, then we got to smash Kansas, right? I know
Oh,
this
you
is
think it's
one that
bigger?
they want to. This is no. I mean, well, it depends, I guess, what NC State does tonight. They have Liberty tonight, and Liberty's a pretty good program there. But if NC State wins tonight, with their double-digit favorites against the Flaming Libs, but if they get that. Maybe they could, but I don't know. I kind of think the numbers. I'm gonna go ahead and say Kansas, because you said State's favored by 1.
No, Kansas has to. I think Kansas has to be favored here. I was just
For
trying
sure.
to debate if it should be. My conversation with myself was between the range was between Pick and Kansas by 3.
I'm gonna say Kansas by 3 because Peterson's back. He was injured.
So should we stretch the number out then? All right, let's make it Kansas -3. Make it raise the degree of difficulty for us. And
But
we're still taking Kansas.
Go ahead and mark me down for Kansas because look, the Pussy Pack in a big game, they suck. And look at what they've done this year. Everyone's so high on this Will Wade hire, and including myself. I was like, damn it, he's going to make them good. He will make them good at some point, but they're a little bit overrated still. If you, I went to the VCU game myself at NC Nick, and one thing stood out in that game, even though they got past VCU, is like they are stagnant on offense, no movement. They're not sharing the ball well. Defensively, okay, they're a Will Wade team. They're good, but they've lost a lot of their big battles. Shaheen, Holloway, and Seton Hall got them. Texas, the Longhorns got them. Auburn got them. So I think Kansas right now is just, especially if you tell me Peterson's healthy and ready to go. They're a better team. Let's go. Give me the Jayhawks. Rock chalk.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, Kansas's defense, I think, will travel here, 8th in the nation in defensive adjusted efficiency. Good at slowing down the NC State shooting. So I think it's going to be a nice win and cover here for KU. Rock chalk.
I'm on Kansas as well, but worth noting they are 0-1 on the road in North Carolina this year.
Yeah, but that went against a different North Carolina.
Come on, you like a good frame trend, Sean. That was a beautiful one. 4 p.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Tempe. Forks up? ? To take on this Santa Clara team, who is a good team. I watched them play the Hokies up close and personal, but just in general, we saw them go on the road into Ohio and dominate. Was it Xavier? Santa Clara -1.5 on the road here in Tempe. Colby.
Well, and speaking of the Pussy Pack, Herb Sendek is the head coach at Santa Clara, formerly of NC State, but he left after he left NC State. He left for Arizona State, where he had a guy named James Harden. You might remember it. He is now at Santa Clara, and they took a lot of the headlines this offseason for grabbing one of the G League players. They were, I think, the first school to grab a G League player. Everyone's talking about Louisville. Santa Clara, I believe, was the first school to do that. And look, between that and some of the portal gets, Team Europe, they got some European guys coming in. Santa Clara is really good. They're 8-2 off to a great start. Meanwhile, Bobby Hurley still somehow coaching. He's got the photographs, but 8-2 as well, man. And so this should be a pretty good game.
Not been bad this year.
And the fact it's his old. If you're asking why it's on the card. It's because Santa Clara is way ahead of schedule, and also Herb Sendek was fired by Arizona State, so I thought there was a little drama there.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And this game is not in Tempe, FYI. It's in
That's
Henderson,
right.
Nevada.
It's in Henderson.
Jesus, Colby.
At
least one of us knows ball.
Yeah.
So this is a neutral.
Jesus, Colby.
True neutral.
This will be an Arizona State crowd.
Lee's Family Forum in Henderson, Nevada.
Make it 2.5.
And this is on TNT. TNT.
My God, this is where the Aces play, I believe.
I'm assuming this is going to. Well, I'm assuming this will be an Arizona State crowd.
The Las Vegas Aces play in Henderson.
Okay, I thought they played. I thought they played at the T-Mobile.
Yeah, when Caitlin Clark comes to town, they play at T-Mobile. That's not an every game thing. That's only when the big games are happening. Yeah. So, well, we saw Hurley working the crowd up close and personal down there in Tempe, Colby. We saw the way he was working the boosters up in the fancy room. So that's why he's still around. And he's winning. That's
true. That's true. Make sure if you're on the way back from Vegas to check out Venezia's Pizzeria.
There we go. Colby just plugging away.
How much pizza they giving you?
My God.
What's the Stromboli kickback you're getting from Venezia's?
God.
It's like that scene in Wayne's World. It's like that scene in Wayne's World, right? Where he's like everyone would sell it for anything. He's wearing like Reeboks, right?
It's the choice of man, the choice of the new generation.
Well, that's the way I feel. I'm like, I got the jacket on that I was sent. Shout out to Paul over at Westgate who hooked me up.
Rocking the money team.
Wow.
Yeah, the money team. It turns out that the CEO of the money team's college basketball experience fan. So
let's go.
He got me this because he knew Paul. And Paul's like, I know the guy. And then I'm rock the DGen hat. I bought and paid. I'm gonna dress like a NASCAR driver soon, guys. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have shit. I need patches. People got to send me patches. I'm on the Broncos though. Let's go. Give me Santa Clara.
Yeah, their offensive rebounding is awesome. 7th in the nation offensive rebounding percentage. That's something that can make a difference here in a close game.
ASU has UCLA on deck. That was like the real handicap to me, was just the fact they have UCLA on deck and Bobby Hurley in a neutral site game. If I like taking Hurley if he's in Tempe. Outside of Tempe, no.
Yeah, I think this number will be a little shorter. My take, but I still like Santa Clara -2.5. Kramer, what do you do?
What would you make the number?
I'd make it 1.5.
I had it 1.5 until I found out it was in Henderson, and so I moved it to 2.5.
This is a great comment.
Guy, I know you call North Carolina State the pussy pack, but can you please start calling Ball State testicle tack because they don't know ball and have screwed me twice. Great comment, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Testicle tech.
Yeah, give me Santa Clara. I'm with you.
Colby, what is going on with you're on Santa Clara, Kramer?
Yeah.
What is going on with your camera / chair? What's happening over there? Is your chair moving or is it the camera
when
moves?
He slides off screen there?
Yeah. What is happening?
I'm on a roller. So I mean,
no, but your camera is like dipping back. Is that your monitor or like?
No. You know what? My camera is weird. It jumps around. I've noticed this. Honestly,
the
it does.
Camera actually moves
while we're recording. Yeah, it does that. Watch.
Is that your laptop camera?
Watch. Yeah. Watch.
Oh, so it's following you.
Oh, you have some. Oh, you have some thing turned on where it follows you around.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild.
Jesus, Colby is, speaking of those cyborgs. Maybe he's just a bot sent to yell back at all the people with their hearty takes on college football.
He's trying to warn us of the future.
Yeah,
he was sent back in time to try and stop dome football.
Oh my God! Imagine if he was and he hasn't woken up.
Well, he did say he was a learning computer. We've talked about.
But imagine if these are all just seeds planted. Like, what if the world just started 5 days ago and Colby just had all this stuff planted and one day he's going to have an awakening moment, realizing he's from the future when all sports are played inside. Indiana, Kentucky.
I hear there's rumors on the internets.
Indiana, Kentucky. I assume this one's in Lexington because that's what Colby tells me. 4:30 p.m. here on the West Coast.
This one I believe is
Kentucky. Kentucky's performance against Gonzaga was hilarious. I saw that a Kentucky, I don't know if it was a news person, beat reporter, or just fan, posted a video of Gonzaga warming up, throwing a football around on the court, and they were like, "This is ridiculous. They're not respecting us." And then they went on to just absolutely.
They opened up that game. They opened that game up like 30-2.
Did you see the video, Sean? They were throwing the football around on the court.
Well, when we got to the Circa, when we picked the game, it was 3.5. And we got to the Circa, they moved it to 5. And I'm like, I lost to a 1.5, a line value. I'm sitting there. I go, you know what? No, I locked it up. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm not going to be price sensitive. I'm going to fire.
Yeah.
So glad I did, because that was a bloodbath.
Zero sweat.
I get why Kentucky is favored, but I want no part of this Kentucky team. And this Indiana team already been on the road, played a tight game against Minnesota. I'm taking Indiana and the points. This is I'm not trusting Kentucky to lay a number. I understand the case, but yeah, give me Indiana.
I'm with you, man. You can't, right? Every test. Mark Pope's about to get fired, by the way.
I was gonna say he's dead man walking.
Vibes are at an all-time low.
Most expensive. The backstory, if you were not tuning into college basketball in the offseason, Kentucky has by far the most paid roster in the sport. They went all in on this roster, and so far, every game that's been a test, their wins are against Nichols, Valpo, Eastern Illinois, Loyola Maryland, the Greyhounds, Tennessee Tech, and North Carolina Central. Anybody with the pulse, losses to Louisville, Michigan State, Carolina, Gonzaga, and most of those are just absolute blowouts. So I mean, it's been shocking.
Michigan State beat them by 17. A Kentucky fan before the season, I saw a post. He's like, anything more than 3 losses in the regular season is unacceptable. They're already at 4 losses.
Well, and it's the way they're playing too. It's not only that they're not cohesive. It seems lazy. It seems like they're paid, and like this is the downside of paying your whole roster, right?
You can bring in the mercenaries, but then sometimes this is what you get.
Yeah, I'm all over. Look, I can't take Kentucky until I see it. Anybody who has a pulse, they just get fucked up by. Indiana has a pulse. You saw it against Louisville, and they're going for the sweep of Kentucky with this.
Shout out to the Tingler checking in. His name is the Tingler. First time catching a live show in over a year. Spotify listener here. Love you guys over on Spotify.
Hell yeah.
Sure you've sent over some comments, tossed us 5 stars. But wow. So that's what Colby looks like. Interesting.
What does that mean?
Wait. I have so many questions here.
He's just
first off,
interesting.
He didn't think you wore a quarter zip.
I've been with the company more than a year. So if you were watching a year ago, are you saying that I've gained weight? Camera adds a couple 100 pounds. What are you saying here?
Colby's looks pretty consistent.
He might've got caught in a lie there with the haven't watched in a year. Colby's been around for a while.
Oh, maybe he was just an NFL guy. I don't know. It's very, it just said ... interesting.
Look, no one's ever described me as interesting in their life. So, I mean,
I will say, that's not good when the wife says interesting ...
That's a bad text to get.
It's a bad, super bad. And I think also with the Mark Pope thing, I think we're seeing what happens when the alumni hire a guy who just brings nostalgia. I think now we're seeing a number of maybe bad alumni type hires that just, you want it to work. Everyone is going to say yes, obviously, because they remember what it was like when Mark Pope was around. And then when it fails, it just turns into a real shit show. So yeah, I don't know how you could lay points with this team. Like Colby laid out, anytime they've played anyone with a pulse, they've gotten beaten up in a way that make you think that maybe the coaching staff has no idea what they're doing.
And even the desperation spot. Well, they were in a desperate spot against Gonzaga, and they opened the game down 28, right, or 26, something like that. So we know the roster's talented, we know they're capable of winning this game, but I got to see it.
Also worth noting, Kentucky has Pitino on deck. I know that's not really a look ahead spot, but there's a little bad blood there with Kentucky and Rick Pitino. All right. Discord's got a disgusting card. West Virginia, Ohio State. We're playing in Cleveland. 5 p.m. on the West Coast.
Cleveland rocks.
Ohio State -3.5 projected by me. That is that looks like the first OnlyFans model here representing West Virginia. on the
What?
YouTube slide. Oh, it looks like a sexy mountaineer. He's trying to lure you in, lay there,
Oh, okay.
draw you in.
That's Mac at his apartment.
Yeah, this is Mac at like 5 a.m. coming back from the bars, just knocked out.
Quick pause. Did I see Mac was enjoying finals week?
Well, they got 2-for-1 Jello shooters at Mick Surly's.
This fucking guy is posting about how awesome his finals week is. My God.
And you gotta love the like one of my favorites is he's all about this Taco Tuesday thing, right? Whether he's in Richmond or whether he's in Morgantown. And the best part is he's like, I was at Steve's Tacos or John's Tacos. It's like this shit must be terrible, guys. Like, but he's taking advantage of it. God bless the guy.
West Virginia has some of the best tacos in the world.
Yeah, no, it's very close to the border of Mexico, just like us.
Carlton pointing out that UMBC call. Yes, I did see that call. That was.
Oh my God.
I still don't. I think it's just one of those things where like the refs. The mechanics of it, if you were watching from behind, looked like a foul, but there was like no contact. It was insane. Brutal.
I think the ref knew the spread because that was exactly on the number. We were on UMBC on the TCE show. This game is awesome because it's the Huggins games. Remember, he didn't know what state he was in.
The Huggins road trip.
He thought he was in Ohio. He was in Pennsylvania, right? Wasn't that it? So
yeah. I mean, it's close. It's close.
Look, I mean, the neutral site has me a little bit confused here because my first reaction was to take Dub V. I'm going to stick to that. I'm assuming this could. So I watched Ohio State the other night. It wasn't very lit in Columbus. I'm thinking Cleveland might have it more lit though, because they don't normally get an Ohio State basketball game.
Everyone roots for Ohio State in Ohio.
Yeah.
To your point,
well, at least this part of Ohio.
To your point, they're not often playing. You know, I'm sure that's why they play a game here. And you throw in West Virginia, guarantees to fill up the building. I'm sure there'll be some Mountaineer fans there as well. But yeah, Mac probably doesn't have a cute rhyme to say eat shit Ohio State. Maybe there is a good rhyme in there. I don't know. But yeah, I would lay the. Well, you're gonna take the points. I would lay the points.
I'm laying it with Ohio State. They're just a much better team, and I do think they will have a crowd here.
I don't know. I mean, they're the much better team. I mean, like to me, I think Dub V.
Mac's gonna chirp it.
Offensively,
Dub V is getting better. You got to remember, as a first-year coach, they're getting better with every game.
Sean's just seeing that free throw percentage.
No,
how about the offensive
2-point percentage? 3-point percentage, offensive rebounding. Yeah, West Virginia has them, but not by a tremendous amount. Effective field goal percentage. Ohio State's 8th in the nation.
You know what? I made an error. Mac's back in school. He's enjoying finals week. Give me West Virginia.
Yeah, Dub V. Let's go.
I don't need a drunk Mac coming after me with his West Virginia rhetoric.
13th ranked defensive rated team in the country is West Virginia. Ohio State at 127th.
I will say that this is another matchup where you could see, like, if West Virginia can really slow the game down, and the way that Ohio State generally likes to attack teams is kind of into the teeth of West Virginia defense. Almost like I got some scouting report notes from Mac. Give me West Virginia.
Hey, reminder, we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Head over to Underdog where you can get in on the pick'em action. You can win up to 5,000 extra money. Play $5, get $100 in bonus funds for new customers. Again, promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Novig. Novig, available in a bunch of states. Great way to get in on the action. If you're using an odd screen, a lot of times you see Novig has the best price. That's right. Novig has great options, great pricing, especially if you're playing college basketball daily. You want a Novig account, available in a bunch of states. Head over to Novig to see if you're one of those states. Download the app today, spend $5, get $50 when you use our promo code SGPN. That's right. Novig, Novig. Who wants Vig? No one. Download the Novig app today and use that promo code SGPN. Spend $5, get 50 with our promo code SGPN.
All right, moving along. This is a pretty good Saturday of I guess they're smart to, as you've been saying, Colby, wait for the football to end and then really pile it on because no one's watching FCS football. That's for sure. Rutgers, Seton Hall. You know, anyone who wants to pretend like this is some rivalry game, let me help you out. Not a rivalry game. It's in Newark. Are we on campus or are we playing at the Rock, Colby?
I believe this is on campus.
Prudential Center.
Wrong? Yeah.
Prudential Center.
They're playing at the Rock. That's what they call the Prudential Center there in beautiful Newark, right outside the train station. That's the selling point. Now, if you've ever been to Penn Station in Newark, just outside the train station, also a lot of hazardous things. So it's a little bit like a mid-level Mario to get from the train station to the Prudential Center safely. Anyway, Rutgers Seton Hall, not a rivalry. 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Seton Hall laying a big number here per my numbers, 11. I'd imagine they'll have the crowd. 0.0% chance that the Rutgers fans give a shit about this game.
Oh wow!
I just sent you a link, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Shaheen, Holloway, and Seton Hall were projected to be awful this year in the Big East, right? They got no NIL money, the least funded program in the Big East, right? And they're fire. And honestly, they should be undefeated. They're 9-1. They lost one game in Maui to USC where they didn't have a challenge. The ball clearly goes out after on USC. They had burned the challenge. It was a tie game. They would have had the ball. I thought they played better than USC that game. They've been a great story, but they played Kansas State the other day at Kansas State. And we're going to try to show you a clip of Shaheen Holloway and his message to his team against the Big 12 and K-State there. But as far as the game's handicap, Holloway's got these boys believing. They're dogs, man. I'm all over Seton Hall against Rutgers here.
Dog.
You're going to lay 11.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know if this will be quite 11.
It's not gonna be 11.
No?
Yeah, it'll be like 9.5, 10. Either way, though, I'm with Colby. Seton Hall is the play. They're awesome this year.
What makes you say it won't be? Torvik
I hate
has 11
laying
and a half.
a double digits with Shaheen Holloway, so I would have to take. If it's
So you're
11,
taking Rutgers.
I would. Well, if it's 11, I have to take Rutgers. Sorry, I missed that number.
I don't mind. I don't mind the 11. Make it 12.
Ken Palm has 11. Torvik has 11 and a half. I'm not so sure it won't be.
10.5 is my.
Wait, hold on a second. Wait, Seton Hall plays their home games at the Prudential Center.
They have two. They have two different places they play.
Okay, so this is like MSG being home for.
Yeah.
Got it. They play a lot.
But
of
that
games
means,
at the
but
Prudential
that
Center.
gives them opportunity for Rutgers fans to show up there because it's the bigger gymnasium.
So they play. Their home gym is in South Orange, where the campus of Seton Hall is. But it seems like they play about half their home games here. Give me Seton Hall. And I think I disagree with your disagreement of the number.
Do you have the clip?
You didn't say. Oh, wait, where did you send this link?
Slack.
Oh wow, I don't see it. If you sent something to me,
I see.
Yeah.
It's right there.
What's going on here?
Kramer? Come on. I know you Slack over
I
here.
see no message from. I'm in that. I'm in the chat. I see no.
Scroll down from where he sent the slide. It's you, me, and Colby.
Oh, I'm gonna restart Slack. I
Okay.
don't see anything.
I'll send it to your Signal, Ryan.
No. Slack's already restarting.
Okay.
We've started or here it is. So there was a Slack issue.
Sean Kramer.
Throwing Slack under the bus.
Kramer almost went
accountability. Kramer.
Kramer almost
Colby's
went to Seton Hall based off that logo. I heard that. I heard
What are
that
we
he had
looking at?
He loves a
big
good pirate.
conversation there.
You want me to show this video? I take it.
Yes, the timing's been ruined, but it's okay. You know, it's a great clip though because he's basically he tells his team that Kansas State's a bunch of soft ass bitches. You can see him say it too.
All right, so
we're doing some lip reading. YouTube.com/sports game on podcast.
They go slow-mo. These motherfuckers are some soft ass bitches, right? And then they proceeded.
Just nodding his head.
So,
he says soft again. Oh wow.
these motherfuckers are some soft bitches.
Though there are times, and granted, I'm projecting youth sports coaching experience and mostly girls. There are times where you do have to tell your team that they're playing inferior people and they need to go take their soul. Yeah. And it probably works a little bit better when you're talking to 18, 19, 20-year-old men and not 8 and 9-year-old young girls. Scares them when you say go take their soul. Like not the whole team's not committed to taking souls, but soft ass motherfuckers is pretty good.
How do you not love Shaheen Holloway? Yeah. White Tiger. Word is White Tiger might be committed to Shaheen Holloway.
Oh, he's already right. He's in the portal.
I saw him dunk in his bedroom the other day. So.
Oh, so what is he, like a 3-and-D guy or like a point guard with a nice handle?
No, right now he's kind of like Shaq. But what were you laughing at?
Someone in the chat said Mac is the Josh Gordon of podcasting.
What does that mean?
A lot of potential, but
high ceiling,
substance issues maybe.
Would surprise you that he once had a 1,200-yard year.
I do think he discovered Molly, this McIntyre guy.
Oh no!
Some of the places he's been taking photographs of. I feel like he's had raves. Yeah.
I just love. I mean, if you've ever hung out with Mac, like that would not be the vibe I would put in his. He's like a lipper and light beer guy with some whiskey on the side. He's got
to hang out with the modern woman, right?
Well, he's got too much tension in his neck for a Molly guy.
Molly line Mac. You got to get him a raving costume.
Let's get him some
unbelievable test.
Molly line Mac.
Let's get him some shrooms. Maybe he could, he can come with me and do some DMT. Michigan, Maryland, heading to College Park. Michigan, I see it through. I don't know why Michigan fans make it to my algorithm. I have to blame probably Beanick for this, but Michigan's been pretty good this year, Colby.
Oh, yeah.
They're laying I have them laying 18 here on the road against Maryland.
Yes. I'm just trying to find where this game is. No,
I think it's on campus.
Yeah, okay. I'm just so I was trying to making sure it wasn't in DC because they
campus.
Okay. Michigan is breaking records on your boy Ken Palm's website, right? Aren't they like the third best team ever on Ken Palm rankings?
Yeah, it's a little early, but yeah, we're getting that whole like one of the top 10 teams.
What'd you call this number at?
18.
All right, get the fuck out of here. I gotta take notes.
Come on.
All right, I should let the audience know that I'm getting burned left and right on taking Michigan. All right, I took Villanova last night, and Michigan won by 1,000. Right. This happened against Gonzaga too. So they are fucking these teams up, but Buzz Williams, I love as a dog historically, doesn't matter the school he's at. I like their chances as a dog. I also think for Michigan on campus, this place will be fucking lit. I know Maryland, ever since they joined the Big Ten, a lot of those games are snooze fest, but that's more so Penn State and Nebraska and all these other shitty teams. Michigan I still think will draw the fans in, especially a Michigan team that's number 2 in the nation.
Buzz Williams as a dog here, 18 points is way too much to give Buzz, who can ugly up this game a little bit, hit some free throws, and Michigan's awesome, but 18 points is a ton. So I'm with you, Colby. Maryland. Kramer, I assume you're on Maryland.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. What do you mean? Give me the buzzsaw sound effect. Worth noting, the only away game Michigan's played, they beat TCU by 4 points. So
that was a tie game with like a minute and a half left. So
them thumping all these teams down in the neutral site. Who knows what's going on? Where were they, on the islands?
They were in Vegas for one of them.
Sorry, in Vegas. Right. Who knows what goes on out in Vegas? And then, let's fade Michigan. And by you knew what you were doing, putting Maryland here on the card as a big dog. And 100%, I'm going to have to play this money line. What's the money line for a +18?
It's going to be, that's
15 to 1.
Yeah.
It'll be juicy.
Let's get into that. 5:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Baton Rouge plays host to SMU and LSU.
I gotta double check, make sure this isn't in New Orleans or some shit.
The Smoothie King Center in New Orleans.
Is it? Is it really?
Yes.
You should have just let me put in the cities. I was on my way to doing it correctly.
That's ridiculous.
Colby, you want to speak to this game, the impact the Illuminati will have, and if Lane Kiffin will be in attendance?
Well, Kiffin probably going to be in attendance, but you guys remember who's the who's the big fan at SMU? That is this guy.
I know the human being and fish can coexist peacefully.
So I'm wondering if he makes the trip, George W.
Yeah.
And this is a big game because I feel like the ACC and SEC have been pretty neck and neck. I think the ACC has a slight lead right now on them. But it's a gigantic game for when it comes back around in March, teams that are on the bubble. LSU is a little bit of fool's gold to me. You look at their numbers, they played just a kind of a trash non-con schedule. And then they played Texas Tech recently. They got destroyed by Texas Tech. Andy Enfield, remember he was the coach at Dunk City at Florida Gulf Coast. He's got SMU playing good ball. They were good last year. This year they're young, but I think they're more athletic than they've been in quite a long time. Give me the Mustangs to go into New Orleans and take them down. A little concerned. Who do you think will get fucked? SMU. SMU's the play. They're better. They're a better team.
To our conversation about college sports and upsets being awesome, I still remember being at Caesars watching the end of one of the Florida Gulf Coast games. Shocking to find out that was 2013, Sean. My God. Well, I would have told you Colby was there, but that year makes me think maybe Colby wasn't there.
Oh, anyway. I was there. We just weren't. We weren't hanging out.
Of course,
yeah.
Of course, Colby. I know you love March Madness. Take SMU.
SMU's the play. Colby, sorry, you said SMU as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're just a little. I think LSU's cooked the books a little bit with their shitty non-con schedule. So I actually think SMU is a little more battle tested. So I'll take them, and I also think they have the better basketball coach.
All right, yeah. If this was in Baton Rouge, it's one thing, but as we know, Smoothie King, give me a SMU. I'll make it a consensus play here.
And back to your conference rankings, Colby. I think the biggest thing that kind of stands out this year is how there's a bigger gap between the power conferences and the mid majors in basketball than typically in the KenPom rankings. Now you're getting all hot and bothered about SEC being number one. Like the top three conferences are all neck and neck. So I wouldn't overthink.
I have the SEC I don't think they're neck and neck at all. Like I have the SEC at fourth. Like to me, you can argue the ACC, the Big Ten, and the Big 12 are by far better than the ACC and SEC. And the Big 12 is by far the best conference in college basketball. Like if you watch the games, like I don't even understand how they have SEC power rank number one. I have them fourth, but you can make an argument for third. They're definitely better than the Big East. The highest you could put them is third because there's a big gap to me between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then there's a big gap from 3 and 4 to 5. Big East is pretty shitty.
The Big 12 only has 5 teams with 3 losses or more, and they only have 1 team with 4 losses. So
I'm just saying, man, we just watched Iowa State go into Purdue, right? We just watched that, right? We watched Texas Tech and what they did to your undefeated LSU Tiger team, right? Arizona has beaten everybody. They won at UConn. They beat Florida. They beat UCLA in Los Angeles. If you watch the fucking games, there's no way you can come against this opinion. Like there's no way. Like we were talking about it on the TV show last night. Like
I think the road games are just underweighted. That's probably the issue with the KenPom numbers. All right, let me. I'm gonna before we do this next game here, which by the way, great logos for Alabama and Arizona. This one tips off at 6:30 on the West Coast, and it's while it's in Alabama, it's not at their normal home arena,
the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama.
So we're calling this a mostly home game, but not on campus or not on their normal arena. Arizona has been good, Colby. I got them laying a point here on the road. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the same stadium that Houston beat Auburn in. They played in Birmingham.
Okay,
right?
That sounds right.
You got Arizona laying a point.
Is that how do you feel about that?
Well, they're the number 1 team in the nation, so I think this will be lit. I do expect Alabama fans to make the haul there or whatever. They probably live within Birmingham.
Yeah, they all root for Alabama.
I think maybe this is the time it comes crashing down for Zona. Give me, because I will say this to me that the SEC teams that have been impressive are Vanderbilt and Alabama. Those two would be the ones that actually are holding their own. Give me Nate Oates in Alabama. I'm kind of fascinated by this game because Tommy Lloyd is so good in the regular season. They play quick. Yeah, Nate Oates does that too. So
this game is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm not going against Arizona. I get the home environment; it's going to be bonkers. But Arizona's already shown they can do it on the road. They won at UConn. I think they can win down in Birmingham. Give me Arizona. This team's awesome.
Yeah, Arizona won in LA against UCLA as well. So Arizona has really in Florida. They beat Florida and Vegas.
They've passed all the tests.
Yeah.
And
I'm not going against Arizona.
And we've already seen a good team come into Alabama and beat them in Purdue. So let's go Arizona. I mean, they're clearly the best of the teams I've watched in college basketball. They're the best. They're the only team that I
just feel like someone's going to catch them. Who's going to catch them? Someone's going to catch them.
It's going to be San Diego State. It's going to be San Diego State. Stay tuned. Mississippi State, Hail State, heads to Salt Lake City, Utah. That's a long trip for maybe there's a bus and a plane involved to take on the Utes. We just saw the news. And this is not being played on campus. This is being played at the Delta Center where the Jazz play, right down the street from the campus. Probably about a nice 30-minute drive. We just saw the news. Utah doing private investment, not directly offshore, but going the domestic route, which is nice to see. Also, they said flat out we're looking to profit on sports. I don't know
why.
Well, they were like broke, right?
Well, BYU just paid $100 million for Kalani Sitake. Their basketball program is one of the top 10 in NIL. And then part of that Sitake deal guaranteed, I think it was speculated, it's because it's a private, so they don't release all this shit. $10 to $15 million above the rev share, which would put them as one of the bigger contributors in all of college football. So Utah's sitting there saying, "Oh shit, we got to do something." I mean, I hate the thought of it, but you knew it was going to happen. So it's
Colby,
not Saudi money. I didn't look into that. Where's it coming from?
No, it's coming from Wall Street private equity,
non-Saudi
at least. But that means there's certainly indirect Saudi money, I'm sure. And I was just there, not a couple months ago, and there's already a shitload of modern construction happening. So I don't even know what an infusement of money would look like. Pretty crazy shit. But yeah, love that they're saying the quiet part out loud and just saying we want to profit on sports. Anyway, Colby, what I got this at Utah catching 2.5 at home here. I thought maybe it could be shorter, but thoughts on the spread and who do you like in the game?
Yeah, it might be a little shorter because the Big 12 has fucked up all these SEC schools. Once again, Utah beat Chris Beard and Ole Miss just in the past 2 weeks. TCU beat Florida.
Should we make it? Yeah. Should we make it minus? Mississippi State will be favored though, right? Maybe
borderline,
not.
Borderline. I'll say right there.
Ken Palm has Mississippi State as 2-point favorite on the road.
Yeah, I'll take Utah. I'll take Utah. Mississippi State struggles to score this year. I mean, Chris Jan's teams traditionally always struggle to score, but last year they were actually scoring at an unbelievable level for a Jan's coach team. This year, I feel like there's not much scoring options. And to me, I fear when they hit the road. You saw them at home. You know, Mississippi State's had their issues just no matter who they play. So on the road, elevation, Utah, first year coach, it's they're figuring shit out more and more. So yeah, let's go. Give me the Utes.
So what are we picking this at, Ryan?
Make it a pick.
A pick?
Yeah.
That's way off.
I think Colby's right. There's an element of these teams having to go west that's not gone well. And I think.
But do you think that's going to be factored in the number?
We should mention that their shot creator for Mississippi State, Josh Hubbard, is a game time decision. If they don't have him, they're not going to score about 50.
I mean, whatever the spread is, I'm on Utah. This is a good spot for them.
Shows you why it needs to be picked. It's too easy otherwise.
I mean, Mississippi State, while they're good, this isn't the top. Like, they're a rock fight team. This is not when you take them as a road favorite or a road pick in a tough travel spot. Utah is the play all day.
Yeah. Utah is not necessarily a rock fight team. UCLA Gonzaga, last game on the card, 8:30 p.m. on the West Coast, some proper left coast late night basketball. Played in a well, I mean, I guess you call it a neutral, but a semi-neutral in Seattle.
Climate
The
Pledge
ozone
Arena.
The ozone layer.
I call it the ozone layer.
So I think I got this at Gonzaga. So Torvik and KenPom way off on this one. I think Torvik has 5.5. KenPom has 10. I'm kind of in the middle at 7.5. Yeah, I don't quite know.
That might be Graham Eke's game time decision, the big man for Gonzaga. So that could be that.
Yeah. So
that difference could be one maybe factoring it in, the other one not.
And honestly, Gonzaga, or I'm sorry, UCLA has the games that I've seen them play. They've been solid. I mean, I thought they looked solid against Arizona, maybe Arizona's toughest opponent to date. And obviously a tough spot here. They've already gone on the road up to Seattle and beaten Washington.
Yeah, UCLA can travel. I think 7.5, or even obviously if you get a little higher, is too much. Zags are good, but UCLA will hang around. They'll keep this competitive.
You think the number will be shorter or longer than 7.5?
I have it at 8.
Oh, okay, nice.
My fare is 8.
Doing the Price is Right on me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take
Colby?
the points too. I'll take the points right now. Eke's situation, you don't know if he's going to play or not. I think UCLA can keep it in there. I do expect the Zags to win this, but it's a big number.
Kramer.
Yeah, UCLA has impressed me so far this year. Gonzaga's been good, but I'm going to take UCLA.
Time for our lock, and dog. Colby, 3 locks and a money line dog. What do you got?
Let's go to let's start things off with the let's just don't overthink this. Butler -6 against Providence. All right. Then let's take Cincinnati +8 against Georgia, the Bulldogs, and Maryland +18 against Michigan. The dog to win outright. What's the most value I can get my clientele? You know what? It's Cincy. Give me Cincinnati on the money line against Georgia.
He's doubling up. I like that. Bold.
I think that's the most realistic one. I can't see. I mean, I don't think Maryland will win. I don't think UCLA will win. So it's like you're sitting there saying, who could actually win this game? If it was Rutgers at the rack, then maybe I would do that. But I think you just got to go with Cincinnati here. So let's go.
Lock for me. First lock. Give me Kansas -3. Like that.
Fading the pussy pack. Nice.
Yes. Give me next lock. I do like Butler a lot. Does feel like a good spot for them. I'll actually go Santa Clara on the neutral there out in Henderson. Lock that up. Other lock. Give me. You know what? Yeah, Oklahoma State. Short number there. -1, and the dog is obviously Indiana on the money line. Kentucky sucks. Kramer, what do you got?
Buzz +18.
Maryland +18.
We're gonna take. We're gonna take Arizona -1.
Okay.
We're gonna take Illinois -10.
Money line dog.
Do I want to be friends with Mac? Give me West Virginia on the money line.
Do you want to rave with Mac?
I think I want to find out about what this finals week's all about.
You know what? I'm going to swap instead of Oklahoma State. I'm going to make Utah one of my locks.
Okay.
All right, there we go. Little late swap there for me on the lock. Hey, appreciate everyone tuning in. Appreciate everyone subscribing on Spotify. Toss us 5 stars over there. Always appreciate it. Answering all your questions and comments over there. And of course, check out the college experience. Colby Dant, Pick Dundee, Molly Line Mac, Noah Beanflick. Check them out.
Molly Line Mac is very good.
Yeah, I debuted
There's a
that
new
earlier
one.
in the show.
Someone in the chat
I'm
said Noah beaten Dick.
It's flowing well. I think it might actually overtake money line.
Molly Line. Come on, he's got to hang out with all those young chicks. Check them
Molly
out.
Line
Daily
Mac.
college basketball shows, college football shows, getting you ready for the college football playoff, even though he hates what the committee is doing.
It could also, I mean, other than sounding like money line, it also could mean you're crushing up the Molly.
Yeah,
Into
exactly.
lines. Yeah. I'm just explaining my thought process as I go.
And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
for Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Greenies, Ryan.
Think about the motivational components of Michigan getting upset by Maryland. Buzz is going to do it.
Kramer, let it ride.